What was the mood in the band when you sort of finished touring and got back into the studio?
I went swimming. I went on a holiday for a while.
We had a little bit of time off to sort of relax, really, after touring hard. So I think, well, we went in the studio in October, straight off the tour, straight off festivals, and we did a few tracks with Dave Bottrell, and that was alright.
Right, what we gonna do this year, boys? Let's make a plan. Let's make an album to remember. Let's do something that's gonna be remembered the rest of time. Let's change the face of music. That was our general approach. With that sort of approach. Literally that approach, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, on the one hand, yeah, but on the other hand, a bit of a joke, you know?
But with that approach, it was pretty relaxed. The first time we went in the studio last year with Dave Bottrell, we went in straight off the road. So we sort of knew what we were going to do, and the songs we recorded were new songs we were playing live, so we just like, we're still in that sort of live vibe.
Yeah. Well, initially we just recorded the songs we've been playing live, so that those ones I'd say would just sound like a three-piece raw sort of thing. It wasn't until I went away on holiday for a bit, took maybe a couple of weeks here to have a break. I think since we've been working with John Leckie, that's when we've been starting to do the stuff that really is sort of quite different to what we've been doing before, trying out new ideas, things like that. Working with John Leckie is really good because he's got, you know, he's really, he's just, you know, a great producer, and he's always playing us like weird music we've never heard before, which is it's always a good thing to have around you when you're making a new record. Is surround yourself with stuff that's all new and you haven't heard before.
Was there a temptation to overindulge?
Yeah. On the album.
Yeah, because you haven't been sort of.
We've done that already.
We've done that already. It's one. It's going to be that. It's going to be. You know, it's you'll hear it. You know, someone will hear it and they'll get us indulging it.
How do you draw the line?
What's that?
How do you draw the line on?
We don't. We just go as far as you possibly can.
You can, but you can always do what you want at a later stage.
You don't draw a line. If you draw a line, that's like covering yourself up. You just.
It's best to do as much as you can, or as much
well,
as you think you need.
It's not quantity. It's just doing what you want. You know, not being embarrassed about who you really are, and sort of trying to get that on record. And you know, to some people that may seem. Some people might, you know, if everyone just let go of their ambitions and showed everyone for what they really were. Some people might not like them. Some people might really like them. Plug-in Baby is what was probably the first song we recorded. First song we recorded with Dave Bottrell. It's like
pretty rocking track.
It's alright, yeah.
It's a track been playing for quite a while. Quite a bit of last year, really live. Like one of the only few new songs that we were doing.
It's a three-piece band.
Yeah, and it's very sort of.
It's got a guitar, bass, and drums. And like the bass distortion is on that side, of the speaker, the pan, and the guitar's on that side. And that's not very normal. Normally you have a bass in the middle and like loads of guitars on the side. So we want to try and make it, you know, sound like what we are like on stage, which is drums, bass, guitar sort of thing. It's quite. So we tried that. It's
pretty raw.
What it was we only actually wanted to do. What we only planned to do, even if there wasn't any element of planning, was only what was going to be Plug-in Baby with Dave Bottrell, because we happened to have like 1 week in the studio and a week off, and we were supposed to have a week off, and we said, oh, we may as well just go to this place, which is a nice studio, relax there because it's got a swimming pool, and record one song. Because so yeah. But whilst we're in there, it happened that the studio said, oh, we've got an extra week, and we said, oh, we may as well do some more songs then. So that was like a bit of a chance really, and that's probably the only reason why we ended up doing 4 or 5 songs with Dave Bottrell, because he had that bit of extra time. And he had to disappear anyway after that, and he's been in the States doing a Tool album, so we were never going to plan to do the whole album with him. We were always planning to sort of do the main bulk of it with John Leckie. Because some producers, like, you know, you wonder what, you know, twiddling knobs and stuff, and like they want to get more involved in that if they can, and like, but most of the time we don't really ever let, well, producers never really interfere with anything like that, you know, like arrangements. But I think I know what you're saying. Dave Bottrell was the only guy that he actually said something once about a song in terms of arrangement. And we actually went, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Did you ever want to think about doing it yourselves?
What, the
totally?
arrangement?
No, the whole production.
Oh,
I don't know how to use an SSL. What's the thing?
Yeah, we probably need to get someone to use the gear. But everything we've done anyway has been co-produced. You know, it's all with John and Dave. It's always co-producing. Anyway. I mean, producing it's like it's a loose term. It can mean a lot of things, a lot of different things. I think to me what it means is it's selecting what songs you record, how you record them, and things like that. And where you put the microphones and what sort of sounds you want to go for. That's the sort of producing thing. That's always a code thing, like code between us and.
I think next time round you'll be taking more of a control.
I don't know. I think the way it is now, we've got complete control. Really. I'll say I want it to sound like this, and John will know how to do that. Because I'll say I'll try and describe a sound like I want a piano sound like this. I want it to sound like a piano weird one with a a microphone for a tank, and he'll do that, and he'll have the means to make that happen. So it's sort of like we have the ideas, and then you have people with technical knowledge to make it happen. That's sort of how it works.
I think like with the Dave Bottrell session we had set up a big PA in the room, so it was pretty much identical to playing a gig. Just put this big PA up in the room, turn it up really loud, and I think doing that meant we could get more of a sort of live energy sort of thing rather than just wearing headphones and being in separate rooms. We're just all in this room in front of this PA and it sounds good.
Yeah,
it's really loud.
I think I got a lot of when we made the first album, didn't really have. My amps weren't very good and stuff. I didn't really have any of my proper amps, and my guitars weren't really that great. So, and I didn't really. I was a bit loose generally. But the only one I mean is this. When I made this album, I've got a rig, like a setup or whatever. I've got the guitars, my own guitars that I know the sounds that I want, and amps. And I think we've all got backline in terms of drum kits, gear. We've all got the stuff that we know we want to use, and we know that's what we want the sound to be. Whereas the first album, I think we're a little bit more sort of because we weren't sure what because we didn't even have amps really.
What can people expect from the album, generally, apart from Plug and Baby?
There'll be a few tracks like that. There'll be a few tracks like Plug and Baby, sort of like up tempo, maybe a bit more positive sounding and stuff on the first album. A couple of quite long songs. Yeah. I mean, not really songs, like long sort of things that have sort of like there's a couple of things that are like 7-8 minutes long of I mean, it's not really. I think expect arrangements to be quite unusual. There's a lot of stuff where some of the stuff isn't clear what is a verse or chorus. Isn't clear what's going on in that sense. There's a couple of songs I've got no guitar on, but it's still very heavy, which is quite weird.
Do you think people, the British public, are kind of screaming out for a decent British rock band? Yeah.
I don't know. I am. I'm part of
I think there's a bit of a gap there.
Oh, I think it's dominated mostly by American bands, rock, big shows, big pyrotechnics, and I mean good bands. And it's just you get the big obvious names like Limp Bizkit and stuff like that, and they've done so well over there that they can come over here and just play a massive stadium, and I suppose it's a shame that there's been no bands from Europe even, let alone in the UK, that have got to that level in terms of guitar rock. I think all the guitar music in this country is quite about mellow songwriting and stuff. So I suppose there seems to be a lack of stuff like that in this country, from this country. I think that's because Britpop ruined everything. It ruined internationally. Everyone sees English bands as a bit of a joke since then, especially in the USA.